Hey there, welcome to Friday. This is Real Talk with Brave Moms Academy team members Katie and Alyssa. And once again, better late than never. We just got done talking about Katie's episode yesterday. I listened to it again this morning, and I want to tell you the first thought that came into my brain as I was listening to you is this kind of sounds absurd. Like, if I hadn't been through the program, I would think it sounded a little absurd. Um, how in the world do you get your kids to do something you want them to do without convincing them, without reminding them, without nagging them, without trying to trick them or bribe them into it? Why would kids want to do something you want them to do? Uh, but now I know better. So, reminder, this week we are talking about, we're prepping you for what's going to happen next week, which is the 5-day parenting challenge. And that is going to be 5 days, Monday through Friday, starting next week, 5/25. 5 days of teaching and coaching with Katie. We already have 3 spots filled. There's only 2 spots left. This challenge is for you so that your kids will get themselves ready for school in the morning, which means that you get to take care of you. And I want to tell you that I used to be the mom that hovered over them in the kitchen to remind them to fill their water bottle, to ask them what they were going to pack for lunch that day, to make sure that they ate a good breakfast, to ask them to brush their hair. And I have 4 of them. So it was all of that times 4, plus them coming to me and asking me, can you help me with this? Can you do that? I don't know what to do about this. And all of the while being in my pajamas and frustrated with them and myself that I didn't have time to get ready, and wishing that they would learn to be responsible and independent. But I learned the 5 postures that Katie talked about yesterday, that she referenced yesterday, and she's going to teach on next week. I learned those. And now my kids have their shoes on and are ready to follow me out the door when I'm ready to go and we get to school on time. And if you want smooth mornings like that, I want you to not hesitate anymore. Click on that link that's going to be below in the description to get in here and come join us next week to get some coaching, coaching on the things that you're struggling with at home with your kids. So, Katie, what do you have for us today?
I love what you had. That was amazing. I'm going to copy the link and put it in the comments right now. Isn't it amazing? Alyssa and I talk about this a lot, you guys, because there's so many payoffs that we experience, so many good results we get from using these tools day in and day out. It is so hard to come here and tell you, here's what's going to happen, because we sit in the coaching room together and women tell us stories about what's going on in their family. And I wind up bruising my hand because I'm slapping my desk saying, what is it right now? Because it's so good. And we know that's not a good way to help you understand what it is. So one slice of your life on the other side of parenting with the character of Christ is these amazing mornings that Alyssa is describing. And I'm just so glad you described that vivid experience that you have with your kids every day, because I tell you, right now, one of my kids is the leader of cleaning the living room out there. One of them is the leader of tidying up the kitchen, and one of them is the leader of tidying up the bathroom. And I'll tell you why. They love leading. My kids want to boss people around. So I've equipped them to lead well so that they still qualify to be leaders. So they'll go in a room and be like, hey, so-and-so, pick up your backpack. They're the leader of that space. It's their job to make sure it happens, but it's not their job to do it all. And then they go into someone else's space where the other kid is the leader. This is another slice of what can happen at your house. And what that really means is that your kids are getting a taste of their significance and the impact they can make on the world around them. It goes so much further than telling them you're strong and you're beautiful and you're creative and you're important. those words are good additions to them having an experience, but my kids are out there experiencing how important they are and how creative they are and what good leaders they are. And this is what you can have. So the goal of everything we do in any Brave Moms Academy associated thing is for you to find out two things: who Christ is and who you are in light of what he's done for you. And then the third thing, which is like, I consider like a cherry on top, what in the world you're here to do. All the tools that we use reveal our hearts and how we are willfully choosing not love, so that we can get into a process with God where we will willfully choose love. I understood when I really blew it in my family that my kids were getting everything I was giving them. So if I was experiencing powerlessness, they were getting a sense of powerlessness. And if I was experiencing dishonesty, I wasn't really owning my stuff, they were getting a culture to not own their stuff. And so if I want them to follow Christ and I want them to know who they are, then I need to go do those things, right? So all the tools we use just help us do that. Next week, I'm going to teach 5 postures. And they are postures that God relates to us with. Number 1, he takes full responsibility for himself. Very simple. Another one is that he's completely free. He doesn't justify his decisions or answer to anybody or do anything under coercion or obligation. He's free. Are you free? I don't know. We're going to go after freedom. That's probably going to be a really fun day. He lets his yes be yes and his no be no. When he says something, you can take it to the bank. He's true to his word. He's curious about us. He's endlessly curious about us. And he allows us to experience the outcomes of our choices. And so we just parent like that. And the way that happens is through a set of communication skills. And what that means is that you're going to know what to say all the time with your kids. The cool thing is, though, while the words work on them, the words work on you so that you can become those principles that he exhibits. We can see them in scripture and we can experience them in our walk with God. They're the truth that you are free, you are responsible, you have a calling and a purpose, you have a definition. You're not the same as everybody else. That's just a really fun, boundaries is a fun way to say you're not the same as everybody else. So let your differences show, mean what you say, follow through. All those things are true about you. And so we're going to put them on next week with some words that you're going to say to your kids so that you're going to become like, you're almost going to become it before you are it. Your kids are going to have to take responsibility, live in their freedom, be held accountable, be curious. They're going to experience all that from you before you become it. And as you say it, you're going to become it because I'm going to help you. You're going to be there with besties who are going through the same process. So I'm super excited. Alyssa, I know I'm talking like a lot about the process, but I would love for you to say to the woman who's watching, she's been following the podcast and she's been thinking, I wonder if I should jump into the 5-day challenge. She's probably thinking about whether the time and money investment is worth it, or what happens if she misses the call. Or I would love for you to tell her, just give her some encouragement if she's on the fence. And then we're going to stick the link in the description. And we have 2 places. If you're watching, you need to get one right now. Okay, go ahead. What would you say to her, the person on the fence?
Okay, if you even crawled up onto the fence, you just need to keep going. If you're on the fence, it means that you're supposed to be in here. That's what I have to say to you. Because if you're worried about the time, coming in here is going to get you more time. If you're worried about the money, coming in here is going to make you realize that you would have paid triple. If you're worried if this is for you, if anything that you have heard has stirred your heart at all, you need to come in here. No one who's come through here has ever regret it. I can't think of a person who's ever come in here and been like, wow, this is not for me. I know that for sure. and I've been around for a little while, so I feel like I could say that by now. So please come. We are praying for you. We're waiting for you. We're so excited to love on you and to walk with you through this. It's a journey. It is a journey, but it's so much fun. So get off that fence and get over here, please.
Yeah. Yes. If you have a child who's especially difficult, that's exactly why to get here, because even a limited or difficult, like let's say, let's even talk about brain damage. You can have the best time meeting someone where they're at, even if they're in a wheelchair and they have brain induced obstinates. What we're going to teach you to do is meet people in their freedom and become the person they look to for their next step of growth. And we're going to help you expose what their next step of growth is with and for them so that that's what they want. Oh my goodness. So don't come if you just want to control people. If you want to be in a power struggle and boss people around with no relationship, if you just want your kids to just obey you because you're the adult and they're the kid, don't come here. But if you want wholehearted respect and responsibility from them because it benefits them, and you want to be the person that they open up to because you're a safe place, and you want them to come home for Christmas years and years after they leave your house, then you should come next week because we're going to get a lot done in just 5 days. Okay, just quick. I have to share my own enthusiasm. I've wanted to do like a 5-day intensive little sprint with moms for so long. I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out. But Jesus told us to start going live. And then it occurred to me I could take 5 of you through this next week. And here we are. So you're finding yourself in the middle of a divine appointment. Click the link, walk through the doors. You're going to get an email that gives you a link to download the Telegram app where we already have a private chat set up for you, including your bonuses. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. You're going to get my entire identity and honor course, which is the principles to found a family on in the kingdom, in Jesus. It's rad. You're going to get a 3-part series called Conflict to Kisses, which is like all the fights you've ever had that have felt so terrible with anybody are actually the entry point for intimacy. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do it. And then there's a 3rd bonus that I need to post today, which is called the Key to Consistency. It's why you have not been able to follow through and why you're going to be able to do it now. So that's epic. So you'll get an email when you sign up. It's going to have a link to download the Telegram Messenger app and a link to those private channels where you will be with me, Alyssa, and Lisa, and your new besties for next week. And we're going to say hi right away and then open your bonus channels as well. And then we're going to get rocking on Monday. We're going to spend about an hour together, Monday to Friday. That's what you can expect. It will be a short training like what we've been doing on these lives, but a much more pointed on one subject and give you practical tools. And then you're going to ask me all your questions. You're going to blitz through practicing it that day. Tell us exactly how it's going so I know how to help you on Tuesday. And we're just going to do that 5 times until your life with your kids is better. So that's going to be so much fun. Click the link. Final thoughts? She's like, I don't have final thoughts. I just have my thoughts. Yes, she does have a thought.
If someone tries to sign up on Sunday and all 5 spots are full, can they still listen to the teaching on YouTube? Will that still be available to anyone who's not in the coaching part?
That's a fantastic question. Okay, what we're going to do is pre-cap the day's training. So we will be in here to say, today we're talking in the challenge about, let's say it's free will. Here's what that means. And then we're going to jump in it with the challenge girls. Here's what you can do is get on a waiting list for next month, because I'm pretty sure we're going to want to do this again as soon as humanly possible. So how can they get on a wait list? That's such a good question.
They could comment on this video, say, put me on the wait list, or they could fill out the job form. Do that too.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so if you are watching this and the challenge has either already passed because it's after May 25 to 30, 2026, or it's already full because we told you it's full, comment challenge right now in the chat, and one person from our team is going to get back to you and make sure that you get on a list for when the next one opens. That will work. All right, we got you. We have a whole team here hovering over this channel because little insider secret. behind the scenes at Brave Moms Academy. See, this is a Holy Spirit connected organization. This is not a Katie's coaching program. And Jesus has always said to us, I quote, "You have no idea how many women are coming." So we are working overtime, building a support team that can host many of you to love on you one-to-one and see you get all the support that you need. So walk through the door of this challenge, get on the wait list for the next one. We don't know what God's about to do, but I hope it includes you. Okay, we'll see you.